The parts of yourself you refuse to see. Carl Jung and the shadow. The parts of yourself you refuse to see do not disappear. They do not weaken with time. They do not fade with distraction. They wait in silence, in darkness, in the unconscious. And while you believe you are making free choices, they quietly shape your fears, your desires, your reactions, and the direction of your life. Carl Jung believed that until you confront these hidden parts, you are not truly free. You are simply unaware of what controls you. Most people live their entire lives never realizing that the enemy they fight was never outside. It was within. Carl Jung was not interested in comfort. He was not interested in optimism. And he was certainly not interested in making people feel good about themselves. He was interested in truth, especially the truth people avoid. While others studied behavior, Jung studied the inner world, dreams, symbols, myths, the unconscious. He believed modern humans were deeply divided beings, outwardly civilized, productive, polite, inwardly fragmented, conflicted, at war with themselves. And at the center of this inner conflict was something Jung believed almost no one wanted to face: the shadow. The shadow is not poetry. It is not metaphor. It is a psychological reality. It contains everything about yourself that you refuse to accept. Traits you were punished for, emotions that felt dangerous, desires that brought shame, thoughts that did not fit the image of who you were supposed to be. The shadow is not evil by nature. It is simply everything you learned to hide in order to survive. It is formed early, not because you chose it, but because you adapted. And adaptation, while necessary, always has a cost. As children, we learn quickly what is allowed and what is forbidden. Be quiet, be polite, be strong, don't cry, don't be angry, don't be too much. Slowly, without realizing it, we begin to edit ourselves. We keep the parts that are praised. We hide the parts that are rejected. Jung called the social mask we develop the persona. The persona is not fake. It is functional. It helps you belong. It helps you survive society. But everything that does not fit this mask is pushed into the unconscious. That is how the shadow is born. The danger begins when you forget that the mask is a mask. When you say, "This is who I am," and silently add, "and nothing else." The stronger the persona becomes, the darker and heavier the shadow grows, because balance is lost. Jung warned that people who believe they are purely good are the most dangerous of all, not because they are evil, but because they are blind. They do not see what lies beneath the surface, and what is unseen acts without permission. What you repress does not disappear. It seeks expression. It leaks into your life through indirect and destructive ways. Sudden rage, passive aggression, chronic resentment, self-sabotage. You destroy opportunities right before they succeed. You react too strongly to small situations. You feel controlled by impulses you don't understand. This is not a lack of discipline. This is the shadow acting unconsciously, and the unconscious always seeks control when ignored. One of the shadow's most powerful defenses is projection. You see in others what you cannot accept in yourself: the arrogance you despise, the selfishness you condemn, the confidence that irritates you, the weakness you mock. Jung believed that strong emotional reactions are psychological mirrors. They point directly to something unresolved within you. The intensity of your judgment reveals the size of your shadow. Most people misunderstand the shadow. They think it contains only what is ugly or immoral. Jung strongly disagreed. The shadow also holds your unlived life, your assertiveness, your creativity, your courage, your ambition. Sometimes you are anxious not because you are weak, but because you are stronger than the life you are living. Sometimes depression is not pathology. It is a signal that the soul is being ignored. Jung never believed in destroying the shadow. That would be impossible. He believed in integration, to bring the unconscious into conscious awareness, to say, yes, this too is part of me, not to act it out blindly, not to justify it, but to take responsibility for it. Integration creates balance. Balance creates wholeness, and wholeness is the foundation of freedom. Psychological maturity is not moral purity. It is honesty. It is knowing what you are capable of, both light and dark. Jung's most famous warning was this: until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. Fate is often just unconscious psychology misunderstood. The shadow is not your enemy. It is your unlived life. It is the part of you that was silenced, not destroyed. And when you finally turn toward it, with courage rather than fear, you stop being controlled by forces you never chose. You stop running. You stop projecting. You begin to live, not perfectly, but consciously.